This engraving pen claims to work on all these materials, even stone. So in this video I'll be putting it to the test and see how well it performs and if it actually works. I'll be trying it on a bunch of different materials like wood, steel, glass, and checking how well it handles them. So straight out of the box, everything's neatly packed. You get a user manual. It's actually got some decent diagrams and a proper guide of which bits to use for different materials. You also get some instructions on the inside of the box, so you can see which bits to use on what materials and just a simple guide of how to use the pen. Then you've got 10 stencils and they're quite varied, so you have all kinds of shapes and sizes. Next up you have this plastic storage box. Inside you'll find the engraving pen itself, 30 different bits and a USB Type-C cable for charging, and even a small Allen key to tighten the bit. Now among those bits, a few stand out. You've got carbide burr and these golden bits that seem more suited for drilling on wood. There's also one that's clearly designed for smoothing or polishing the edges. The whole thing feels like a proper kit, not just the pen. Everything is nicely organised for you to start engraving straight away. Now first impressions, let's talk about the pen itself. Straight away I like the clean design. It's clean, minimal, and doesn't look like a cheap hobby tool. The finish is matte and it feels solid in the hand, not too heavy, not too light. The bits insert at the top here, and at the bottom you've got the port for the USB Type-C cable. And right in the center you've got a power button alongside an LED. When turned on, it shows you the speed from 3 to 1 going downwards, and then a little icon to show you the battery percentage. It's a small detail, but honestly I love that. You can instantly tell what speed you're on and whether you need to charge the pen. Ergonomically it's quite nice to hold. The grip area doesn't slip and it's quite well balanced, so the weight is evenly distributed. Now the setup is dead simple. You just insert a bit, tighten it with the Allen key, and that's if you need to. If you turn it on, by default it will tighten, but you can additionally tighten it with the Allen key. Press the power button to turn it on, and then you can cycle through the different speeds from 1 to 3. I guess level 1 is greater for softer materials like plastic or leather. Level 2 handles wood and general engraving, and then level 3 is where you go full power. But you can use all 3 speeds for anything as long as you have full control. Charging time is roughly an hour or so. I got about an hour and a half runtime on the medium speed, which is pretty solid for a small battery operated. Now you won't be using this for longer than, let's say, 30 minutes. So you could use that essentially about 3-4 times before you need to charge it again. Alright, let's get into the real part, the performance. I tested this across a few different materials. Let's cycle through each one of these and see how well it does. Now let's start off with this iPad cover, which is the closest thing I have to leather. Easily gets through the leather, so you'll have no problems with leather or any similar kind of material. So the next thing we can try is some plastic. So I've gone with 2 types. So this sellotape dispenser is the softer plastic, and as you can see it gets through that pretty quickly as well. And then I used the white tip to give it a smoother finish. So on the harder plastic it was a lot harder to do and I had to give it more time, but in the end you can see the result is kind of the same. So the wood was surprisingly not that hard. It was easier to do than the hard plastic that I tried just before this. And in the end you can see a similar pattern where the finish is not great, but it is engraving. And then sticking with that wood, I also managed to put these drill bits in that are supposedly for drilling through the wood, and surprisingly you can see the size of this wood. It's quite thick. It managed to get through. So moving on to the glass jar, which I have here with dried peppers. This was probably the easiest of the lot. Now moving on to some metal. I have the scraper here which I've drawn an arrow on, and I wasn't expecting this to get through the steel that easily. And last but not least, the stone. The outcome is better than I expected. So all these different materials I've tried, it has managed to engrave on all of them. The only downside I'd say is the finishing doesn't come out very clean, but I guess that's dependent on the person doing them. I'm obviously not an expert, so no surprise there. But I'm sure if you have a steadier hand, you can easily get this to work for you. Now one thing I noticed is how stable this is. Even on the highest speeds, there is no wild vibration. and it doesn't get hot easily, which is a good thing. Some cheaper engravers start to heat up very quickly at the tip, but this one stayed cool even after like 10 minutes of use, continuous use that is. As mentioned, the battery life held up nicely, so if you do sessions of around 20 to 30 minutes, you can end up using this for 2-3 times before you have to charge it again. So after testing it on pretty much everything I could find, wood, glass, plastic, steel, leather, stone, I've got to say I'm very impressed. For the price, it's surprisingly capable. If I had to nitpick, I'd say it is a bit noisy on the top speed, but for the work it's doing, I think it's reasonable. Overall, if you're into DIY crafts or you just want to personalize things in the house, this is a solid pick. It's simple, versatile, and it actually does the job pretty decently. That's all for now. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to see more videos like this, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!